fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask, grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty, hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Izuku Midoriya, and well, quite a bit of things have happened. Now, in the last part, Izuku Midoriya and Todoroki faced off against Endeavor for their final exams, and they've won. However, we do actually have Izuku Midoriya, who, after the finals, he left UA grounds after changing out of his hero outfit and washing the blood off of his costume. Now, with that being said, that was earlier this morning, as we do actually have Izuku Midoriya at home, and who skipped his work. Now, Inko was kind of confused, since she expected that Midoriya would come home and change and immediately leave. However, he didn't. It was kind of weird, and she even tried to talk with him. However, Midoriya just explained to her to leave him alone, please. A lot happened today. Now, Inko was kind of surprised, however, she assumed something happened at UA, so she made a phone call, only to discover that Midoriya and Endeavor fought. So, there's something going on there. Now, Fumi is kind of concerned, since Midoriya's ignored every single phone call she's tried to throw his way. And she believes that he's at UA and is recovering from very bad injuries. Now, after her courses were done for that day, she immediately headed to UA. And she found Todoroki there, outside of UA Infirmary. Now, this was kind of surprising. As Todoroki was staying there, he did stop her from walking in, as he did inform her that today a lot happened, and she can't be mad by what she does see. Her arguing that she's going to be mad at her father for hurting Izuku. However, Todoroki, he does just shake his head no, and she does try to push past him, as Todoroki does tell her that it's not Izuku that's hurt. Now, this was kind of surprising, since she did have to do a double take in her mind. He's hurt. Wait, you're saying, what happened then? This being where Todoroki would open the door, and you do see Endeavor, who is bandaged up from almost entirely head to toe. And you do have Recovery Girl, who she is, well, standing there, and is currently looking over everything with Principal Nezu and another teacher. Now, Fumi would ask Recovery Girl exactly what happened, to which the girl would look in Fumi's direction and just tell her that a lot was, well, present for his examination. Now, Recovery Girl goes over all of it. A broken jaw, busted face, a heavy concussion, busted ribs and bruised ribs, along with possible injuries to some organs. Endeavor, the hit from the dumpster, along with being sent through the wall like that, it did break a few parts of his spinal column and send some shrapnel into his back. And along with that, yeah, A lot of things had to be done to just save their father's life. Now, Fumi is taken aback by this entirely, since she told Midoriya to go easy on Endeavor. However, this happened to her father. Now, she wants to know exactly where Izuku is, to which Recovery Girl would tell him that he left UA after the fight. And she was pretty confused. Now, she was trying to understand everything. However, yeah, she's a little pissed off at Midoriya for doing this. She's trying to not be mad, but she really wants to be. Now, we do then have a few hours later, where she's trying to contact Midoriya and simply just talk to him. As there's a knock on her door, or there's a, well, yeah, there's a knock on her window to her dormitory. Now, she was surprised by this, however, she did look out and see Midoriya just floating there. Her surprise as she immediately goes to throw open the window. Hey, are you okay? I'm sorry. Hmm? I didn't mean to go that far. Uh, Okay. Now, she does just go to bring up her hand and pull Midoriya into the window. As Midoriya, he does step in and look around. Huh. Oh, wow. This is, yeah, I share the room with a friend of mine, but she's kind of not here right now. So, she does say, going to sit down on her bed, as she does ask Midoriya to sit down and explain to her what happened. Midoriya going through it all. He just was fighting Endeavor. He was trying so hard. And he knows that he went pretty far. However, Endeavor, he went farther. He kept trying to say that he has control of you, and I didn't want him to have that. You aren't another one of his pawns, Fuyumi. You're you. Hell, I know it's fucked up, but your dad, he deserved it a bit. He just doesn't treat you like a person. I know. I try to put up with it, but it's not just that I'm not finished. A lot went through my head whenever I was throwing those punches at him. The ones that All Might stopped. Hmm? What? Yeah. Um, I thought about what happened in your past. What you and your brother have been through. And it just bubbled up to the surface. He abused you, he beat you, didn't he? He's put your mother in a fucking hospital. He's just a bad guy. I know. As much as I try to hold out hope for our family to fix itself one day, I don't think it is possible. He's so fixated on All Might that he just doesn't know how to, you know, be a good person. He's been chasing this dream of being number one for years. Almost 2 decades, more than that. And, well, I don't know how long he can do it any longer. I think the moment he becomes number one, it won't be because of what he thinks it will be. He'll look back and realize he doesn't feel any different. He's still the same man, he's still the same person, same quirk, and, well, it might not even last that long. Hell, he might realize it was all for nothing. This dream he's been chasing has just been for that simple purpose that he just wants to be number one. He can't settle for the second best, let alone being a decent person. Yeah. Fumi, I'm still just. But that's just it. Hmm? That's him. I don't see you like him. Sure, you just beat him within an inch of his life, and, well, he's gonna take a few weeks to recover, but still. You're willing to fight for others, Izuku. Just like at UA. Just like during that USJ attack. You fought for other people and you could have gone brain dead using your quirk, but you still fought everyone. You had severe brain hemorrhaging, and yet you were still trying to stand and fight a hopeless battle. You could have been killed, and yet all you could do is protect everyone behind you. That's the difference. You fight for the people while he fights for the title. It's why I love you. Now, Midoriya, he does somewhat begin to see Fumi tear up, as he does pull her in close and hold her in his arms. Midoriya himself began to tear up quite a bit, since he thought he messed up. He was so scared to face Fumi after what he did. Now, Midoriya, he does actually feel himself shaking, as Fumi, she does look up to him, and with tears still in her eyes, she does tell Midoriya that it's just very complicated. I know. But I'm not fearless, Fumi. Hmm? I'm scared of a lot of things. I'm always wondering if people will die in my next fight, if I'll die. During the USJ, I was terrified. I didn't want anyone to lose their lives. And I fought as hard as I could, as hard as possible. Whenever I was blown back and I felt so much blood pouring out of my nose, I thought I was gonna die. I was so terrified, but I stood. There's just one thought that went through my mind. If innocent people die, I can never live with myself. Hell, it's part of this thing inside me. This feeling to just become a hero. It's so ingrained into my being, I'm just. I'm a good person at heart. I don't know. Now, Fumi would begin to kiss Midoriya, as she would just think about everything. It's all quite crazy, and it's hard to understand. But she loves him. No matter what they go through, it seems like they always persevere and overcome. The stress of becoming a hero, the villains always somehow finding a way. It's just not just that, it's her father. There's so many obstacles trying to keep these two apart, but they love each other. And they're trying to fight for it. Now, we do cut over to UA while these two are a little busy. And we do have All Might, who's currently in a teacher meeting with Principal Nezu and UA staff, as many of them are trying to go over the verdict of that fight. Now, we do have everyone talking, while Aizawa and many of the pro heroes, they all think that Midoriya, he did overstep a boundary. And you do have All Might, who he personally he would rather endeavor step away from Yue and away from Midoriya. However, we do actually have Nezu, who, after everyone has said their piece, he does open his mouth as the principal. Now, now, Nezu, he does begin to talk, explaining to people that Endeavor, the number 2 hero, specifically came to him to participate in the finals. And he knew Endeavor was going to test Midoriya. Are you serious? Sir, that's highly, but please let me finish. You should all understand. Endeavor has a certain way of doing things. Along with that, we have a strict guideline for many things. So, it is not just the fact that Endeavor and Midoriya, they had a brutal battle, and a clash of morals as you would all be led to believe. However, this is all simply because these two, they would have had a battle like this, yes. As Nezu does explain, the police incident and report of the the family dinner these two have been to, where they caused property damage in public and could have hurt civilians. Nezu explained that he put those two in a controlled environment with no one around for miles, and the only ones they could have hurt was each other. Now, everyone begins to look at it like a Bakugo versus Midoriya during the Ground Zero incident. And Aizawa, he's actually kind of intrigued. Nezu knew this would be a shit show. However, he wanted it to be a self-contained shit show. So, really it's kind of good he did this. Along with that, Nezu does begin to point out something. During the internship endeavor, he focused on Todoroki, from what he's been told by an anonymous pro hero. Along with that, it does seem that Endeavor, this will help to actually open his own horizon. Endeavor is a man who is very self-centered, and has relied on himself for years. So, this will begin the process of helping him grow as a person. Now, a lot of people are surprised and don't really understand it. However, Nezu does call that meeting done, talking about how Izuku and Midoriya will not be expelled from their college courses. Now, he does then talk about how their next meeting they will be discussing how they'll be moving forwards. Since, because of certain actions taken by villains, they are going to need to change up the routine. Now, with that being said, we actually do cut to the next morning for Izuku Midoriya and Fumi, where the two, they are both currently lying in Fumi's dorm. And Midoriya, he does wake up to Fumi in his arms. And he does just think about a few things. Now, Fumi, she would wake up herself, as she does open her eyes and she does see Midoriya smiling. Now, she would actually go to kiss him, as she does ask why he has that look on his face. Oh, nothing. It's just, I just noticed you're a bit cuter without your glasses. Now, Fumi, she would blush, as she does go to look at the time whenever she does roll over to hide her face from Midoriya. Now, she does notice that she's a little bit late, and she does jump out of her bed and quickly begin to change her clothes. as she does ignore the fact that Midoriya's right there. Now, Fumi, she does quickly comb her hair and then tell Midoriya that she's sorry but she has to go. Now, you do have Midoriya, who he did turn away from Fumi, as he does tell her that yeah, he should be going too, since he should probably explain things to his work. Now, with that being said, we do then have whenever Midoriya, he does go to head out. He, instead of going through the window, he does go to walk through the door. However, as soon as he does open the door, he does see two people, Fumi's friends, as Midoriya is standing there kind of confused. Hello? Oh my god. You're him, aren't you? Uh, I'm who? You're that guy Fumi likes. Or, wait, you two are dating, right? Otherwise, why would you be here? Are you stalking her? Hey, listen, she just left. And, well, I was about to head out myself. Hmm? Wait a minute. Now, with that being said, I believe I should leave this part off here. And I do hope you guys enjoyed.